All right, so moving on to the final segment, I'll be sharing my WrestleMania Night 2 summary of what took place yesterday in the WWE. So last night we saw WrestleMania Sunday, Part 2, the final part of WrestleMania 40. So I'll be giving my summary on the entire card. So starting off with the first match we seen Drew McIntyre defeat Seth Rollins to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Just like Saturday night in the women's division with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch kicking off the show with the women's world title on the line, we actually saw the World Heavyweight Championship kick off WrestleMania Sunday yesterday. And man, that was a perfect opener for WrestleMania Sunday. The match I had vibes of when the match started, when Drew McIntyre hit the Claymore on Seth Rollins. I thought we were in store to see a Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus Part 2. If you guys remember back in 2012 at WrestleMania 28, when Sheamus hit a bro kick on Daniel Bryan, won the World Heavyweight Championship in under 10 seconds. I thought that's exactly how that match was going to go, but that near fall was crucial because I thought that was it. But the match between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins was very, very good, I would say. The match was very fast-paced. The spots were incredible. The near falls were incredible. Hell, you even had Drew McIntyre tweeting in the middle of the match, tweeting, and I quote, bored at work. But it was great to see Drew McIntyre finally get his moment, win the world title in front of a live audience. If you guys remember back in 2020 at WrestleMania 36, yes, WrestleMania 36, when he defeated Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. That was during the pandemic era. And Drew McIntyre finally got the biggest win, the biggest moment of his career, but it was celebrated in front of 0 people, in front of a non-existent crowd. So it's finally good for Drew McIntyre to finally get his moment in front of a live crowd. It was well-deserved. And you could see the raw emotion of Seth Rollins breaking character, crying for the man of Drew McIntyre because he truly deserved the moment. He never became a world champion like that in front of a live crowd. And for Drew McIntyre to get his moment last night and get that signature win, that was good to see as a wrestling fan. But that's what came to the second part. Now, let me say this. The Drew McIntyre, the Damian Priest cash in over Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship was absolutely insane. Now, I said on the podcast last week, I seen a Money in the Bank cash in coming from a mile away, whether it was going to be at WrestleMania or the Raw after WrestleMania. But it happened right after the Drew McIntyre-Seth Rollins match because you had Drew McIntyre celebrating the world title victory in front of his opposition, CM Punk. If you guys have been following the storyline between Drew and CM Punk, it has been nasty and ugly. So Drew McIntyre shoving the world title in front of CM Punk's face, the injured CM Punk. The reason why Drew McIntyre was even in that position was due to CM Punk tearing his tricep. But CM Punk absolutely attacked Drew McIntyre, a sequence of 90 seconds. A matter of 90 seconds later, you had Damian Priest cashing the Money in the Bank briefcase. That's all she wrote. And Drew McIntyre's short 5-minute reign was cut short due to the fact that Damian Priest finally cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, became the World Heavyweight Champion. And a lot of fans out there might be upset. Damian Priest, this was supposed to happen a long time ago. He never got an actual opportunity to actually try to cash in, and Damian Priest finally did it. So again, Drew McIntyre is going to get his moment. Just be patient. He'll be the world champion again. But it was nice to see Damian Priest win the world title and successfully cash in the Money in the Bank contract. Because if he didn't, there would have been no importance to the Money in the Bank briefcase. After Austin Theory just a year ago, or 2 years ago, cashed in on Seth Rollins for the United States Championship and was unsuccessful. So it's good to see the Money in the Bank briefcase used properly again. It's good to see a successful cash in. And it's good to see Damian Priest as world champion. But Drew McIntyre will get that title back. So then, led on to the next match, you had Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. They defeated Karrion Kross and the tag team of AOP in a six-man Philly street fight. So this match was really good. I was really surprised this match was going to be good because I thought it was just going to be a filler, but the match was action-packed from start to finish. And having Bubba Ray Dudley being the special guest referee in Philadelphia made a lot of sense. The man was a part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and the Dudley Boys. And the fact that he was there in Philadelphia, being known for being extreme and being known for a lot of 3D finishers, through tables throughout his illustrious WWE career. It was good to see him there. But during the six-man Philly street fight, the spots were good, the weapons were used, and it was a good match. I have no complaints about it. Didn't overstay its welcome. Was action-packed from start to finish. The right team won with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits pulling off the win. Hopefully, Triple H and the WWE creative team has something in store for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits prior to after WrestleMania, because we seen when the trio was started. We seen they started off as heels, but the crowd didn't like that, and they became baby faces real quick, so it changed the creative plans for the group. So I hope this group has some true direction, because they have a lot of potential. Bobby Lashley being a freak athlete, Montez Ford as a singles competitor, could be a future world champion down the line. Angelo Dawkins is a great competitor as well. So hopefully they have something down the line for those respective wrestlers. So then, the next match, you had LA Knight defeat AJ Styles. Now, I thought this match was pretty good, and I was shocked of how good this match was. Hands down, this was LA Knight's best match in the WWE thus far. And truthfully, AJ Styles has faced a lot of good competitors at WrestleMania. He's faced Chris Jericho, Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Edge, Shinsuke Nakamura. But out of all those opponents, LA Knight is his second best match at WrestleMania, behind that 2017 match that he had with Shane McMahon that stole the show that year at WrestleMania 34 or 33. Was it 30? Yeah, WrestleMania 33, as I digress. But I was really surprised how good that match was. The tempo between LA Knight and AJ Styles made me want more if the rivalry continues past WrestleMania. But the match was pretty good. The spots were good. The action was pretty good, and it was a well-paced match. I'm proud of what those two produced last night between LA Knight and AJ Styles, and hopefully this is great things for LA Knight to come, because now he has proven why he can be trusted in big-time moments, on a big-time stage, on a big-time platform, making his WrestleMania debut and making himself look like $1 million in the ring with AJ Styles last night. So the next match, you had Logan Paul successfully retain his United States Championship against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a triple threat match. Now, this match was also good. It was a great match, very well paced triple threat match between the two respective wrestlers. And I thought it was actually cool to see Speed, the streamer, under the Prime bottle instead of KSI. And it was funny to see him go head-to-head, face-to-face with Randy Orton. And that RKO on the announce table that Randy Orton hit on Speed was absolutely incredible. A sports entertainment moment that we will look back and reminisce about on WrestleMania 40, especially night 2. But yes, that match was truly incredible. Logan Paul out there is a true natural. Now, we all know the history between himself and Jake Paul being a professional boxer now. But Logan Paul has found what he was supposed to do. He's a YouTuber, yes, but the man is a pure natural as a wrestler. He has a great charisma. He's athletic as hell. He hits moves like you would have thought this man was doing it for 10 plus years. This man is still green. You can't even say he's green anymore in the business. He's only been doing it for 2 years, and he's had phenomenal matches already with the likes of Roman Reigns, with the likes of Kevin Owens, with the likes of Seth Rollins. Now add this picture-perfect triple threat match to the mix that he had with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, two veterans that have been wrestling all their lives. And Logan Paul, I'm excited to see what's next for him. He seems like he's taking the WWE seriously. He seems like Triple H and company are taking him serious, because he's held the United States title for quite some time now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's next for Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton following this triple threat match. So then, the next match in the co-main event, you had Bayley defeat Io Sky for the Women's World title to become the new Women's World Champion. Now, I thought this match was really great, because I think we can honestly have a conversation that Bayley and Io Sky might have had their best matches of their respective careers last night against each other at WrestleMania 40. Debatably, because Bayley's been in a lot of great matches. Her wrestling soulmate Sasha Banks, for all the matches they created. But Io Sky, I will flat out say that was Io Sky's best match since she's been a part of the WWE. Both wrestled great. There was no outside interference. I thought Damage Control would get involved, but it was one-on-one. We're straight down the middle between the two old friends, the two allies, and the story has reached its course to me, because you had Bayley, who started Damage Control in the late summer 2022, when she brought Io Sky to the main roster and she brought Dakota Kai back. And we all know the history went down with Asuka and Kairi Sane joining the group, and they thought Bayley was the weak link of the group. So it was a great story to see Bayley get another WrestleMania moment, and defeat Io Sky to become the Women's World Champion. And the SmackDown Women's roster is loaded stacked from top to bottom. So it's a lot of stories to be told if they don't run this back between Io Sky and Bayley. If the feud continues, I think that's great. But definitely a great moment for Bayley to win that Women's World title. So, oh my gosh, the main event. You had Cody Rhodes finally finish his story and dethrone Roman Reigns to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And this was an absolute cinema. One of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. I said what I said. We got what we wanted. We got the Avengers Endgame type of vibe of how you had The Rock, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, John Cena, The Undertaker all interfere in this match to make sure Cody Rhodes finishes his story. And what an iconic way to end the match. You guys remember Roman Reigns was holding that chair. He had a chance to strike Cody Rhodes with the chair, and he ended up hitting Seth Rollins, who, when Seth Rollins turned his back on the Shield, he stroked Roman Reigns with that chair. Roman Reigns struck Seth Rollins right in the back with Seth Rollins wearing that Shield gear. 3 crossroads later, Cody Rhodes finally finished the story, and I will flat out say, Cody Rhodes' WrestleMania moment last night topped it to me. That moment topped off what Daniel Bryan's moment was as a true underdog at WrestleMania 30. I had goosebumps when Cody Rhodes won the world title. The celebration, everything was magical. And I will put that moment over Daniel Bryan winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 30 just a decade ago. So I am glad that the story is finally finished. The story has been written and finished, and it was worth the wait. Last year at WrestleMania 39, when Roman Reigns defeated Cody Rhodes, we didn't know what was next for Cody Rhodes. We never even knew if Cody Rhodes was going to get another opportunity to be the man that ended Roman Reigns' historic world title reign. But he got a crack at it just a year later. And the story, the roller coaster that we went on for this, us believing that it would be The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and then getting swerved and actually getting Cody Rhodes to finish his story, it was all worth it. And I am so happy for the man. We are truly going into a new era. And we're going to see what Cody Rhodes can do as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. But, yes, there's that. There's one thing I do want to say about this. We have to acknowledge Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns' title reign, to me, was the greatest world title reign in WWE history. I said what I said. 4th longest world title champion. Roman Reigns is 4th longest reigning title reign in WWE history. To me, that is the greatest world championship reign in WWE history. We need to acknowledge the fact that Roman Reigns saved the WWE. He put the WWE on his back and pushed us to this era of the golden era that we are receiving right now in the world of wrestling. Because if it wasn't for Roman Reigns going under this new persona back in 2020, would WWE be at the heights and the levels that it's at today? I don't think so. But Roman Reigns' world title reign has to be the best to me because all the storylines that were been put together, the incredible matches during the reign, the bloodline, this whole storyline with him getting Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn involved. You had the great matches of Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Part 1, Part 2. I can keep going on and on. The man's world title reign was absolutely incredible. It has to go down as the greatest of all time. Hats off to Roman Reigns for what he's done for the company, pushing us to get to the golden era of WWE, because if it wasn't for Roman Reigns and that title reign, I don't know where the company would be. Hats off to him being the true #1 guy over the last 3.5 to 4 years. But my thoughts of WrestleMania, the letter grade, I should say 10 out of 10 stars, what I would give the event. I give WrestleMania 40 a 9.5 out of 10 stars. This easily topped off what WrestleMania 39 did last year, as great as that WrestleMania was. But if we're going to get this golden era of wrestling back, of what Triple H has done, give it to me. Because WrestleMania 40 is clearly going to go down as one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. And the matches of night 1 and night 2 absolutely lived up to the hype and actually exceeded my expectations, minus that Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso match that we got on night 1. But other than that, the WWE is in good hands for the sake of the future. Triple H knows what he's doing. Nick Khan knows what he's doing. The whole entire this Triple H era we might be hitting the golden years of it. And this could go down as one of the greatest eras in WWE history. But those are my thoughts on WrestleMania Night 2. Those are my thoughts on WrestleMania 40. Those are my thoughts on Cody Rhodes finishing his story. That is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.